Giant grizzly bear. The temperature is 40 degrees below zero. Because it is located on the Pacific Ring of Fire, earthquakes occur frequently. Do you know what place this is? Watch this video until the end to find out. Women here dress elegantly and continue the tradition of wearing light clothing to brave the cold and maintain elegance. The government itself chose to keep this beautiful and mysterious region where they lived a secret until 1990, forbidding anyone to know about them. In this new video from World No Filter, we explore the mystical land of Kamchatka. We will introduce you to mysterious places that you didn't even know existed. Join us on a journey full of great discoveries, fun and content. Click here to subscribe and never miss another video. It is a special little-known place and is considered one of the most isolated places in the world. It is a place where the traditions of our ancestors are still kept alive as rituals and there is an eternal bond. In this tradition, which emerged from the harsh living conditions of this harsh region, tribal men form marriage alliances that allow them to change partners for a certain period of time. Please comment below whether you accept this ritual or not. Kamchatka brings unique curiosities, including a secret facility that rivals America's famous Area 51. Women in this region are known for their adventurous spirit. In remote and wild environments, it is common for many people to explore nature with complete familiarity as hunters, fishermen, or tour guides. It is a destination where tribes believe in supernatural spirits and worship volcanoes as living creatures, home to powerful spirits who believe they must be respected in order to succeed in their destiny. From the ocean in the west to the Bering Sea and the Pacific Ocean in the east, this remote spot on the planet is one of the wildest and most enigmatic places there is. A true paradise for adventurers and nature lovers, which we will now discover together. Surrounded by oceans and seas that isolate it from the rest of the world, this region is a land of extreme contrasts and incomparable beauty. Almost the entire peninsula is covered by vast natural reserves, where volcanoes dominate the scene with their imposing and magnificent presence. Globalization, however, affects local culture and traditions, with young people moving to cities in search of opportunities. Located in the heart of the Pacific Ring of Fire, the region is home to more than 300 volcanoes, of which around 30 are active. The volcanoes in this area were declared a World Heritage Site in 1996, making the peninsula the region with the highest density of active volcanoes in the world. At any time of year, it is common for the peninsula to witness several volcanic eruptions, which makes this region a true spectacle of changes and transformations. In addition to active volcanoes, earthquakes are also frequent, reinforcing the location's reputation as a paradise for lovers of volcanology and seismology. In this corner of the planet, time seems to have its own rhythm. A month in the region can feel like a lifetime. Not only does the landscape constantly change due to volcanic activity, it also varies due to its nearly 20 distinct climate zones. Tourists who have the privilege of visiting this region need to be prepared to face a wide range of weather conditions and carry a good collection of clothes. The weather is so unpredictable that in the summer months you can find areas covered in snow while others enjoy mild temperatures. This striking difference in climatic conditions in the same region emphasizes the uniqueness of Kamchatka, whose natural beauty is further enhanced by its ever-changing environment. The Kamchatka Peninsula was officially discovered by Russian explorers in the 17th century, when traveler Semyon Dezhnev led the first expedition. Since then, Kamchatka has exhibited charm and mystery that has attracted geographers and adventurers. Despite its discovery, the Kamchatka Peninsula remained largely unexplored and unknown to the world for centuries. Until 15 years ago, foreign tourists were strictly prohibited from entering the peninsula. As mentioned at the beginning of the video, the Russian government has kept Kamchatka a no-go zone, similar to Russia's Special Area 51, due to its strategic importance and role in military activities and secret experiments. During this time, research and experiments were carried out. Is being carried out. Rumors of UFO and high-tech related activity have emerged in the area. Moreover, the breathtaking nature and valuable natural resources of the region required extraordinary protection measures. Access to Kamchatka is now allowed and it has become a destination for adventurers and photographers from all over the world. But the mysteries remain and the region remains a place where nature and mystery come together, providing a breathtaking and mysterious environment for those who want to explore its wild beauty and breathtaking landscapes. Kamchatka is often referred to as the Alaska of Russia due to its magnificent natural landscape, vast areas and harsh climate. Like Alaska, Kamchatka is filled with impressive volcanoes, vast tundra, and abundant wildlife, including bears and foxes. Both regions share a sense of natural splendor, solitude and a rugged atmosphere. This makes Kamchatka a comparable destination in terms of beauty and adventure. Another similarity with Alaska is the presence of indigenous peoples living in the region and maintaining traditions similar to other polar regions. Among these customs, there is also the custom of changing spouses. We will discuss this later on this trip. In both regions, reindeer are used as essential transportation and cargo means for travel in this harsh environment. In terms of accommodation facilities suitable for the harsh climate have been developed in both regions. In Kamchatka, the Evenki people use tents called korowas, and in Alaska, Eskimos set up snow camps. Additionally, communities in both Kamchatka and Alaska practice rituals and have spiritual beliefs that reflect a deep connection with nature and the spirits that inhabit it. These traditions represent the adaptation of these communities to harsh environments where living in harmony with nature and cooperating with other groups is necessary for survival. Despite these similarities, Kamchatka offers a completely different experience. While Alaska has a more developed infrastructure, Kamchatka is known for its lack of roads and very limited access. Visibility distances on the peninsula are so long that reaching more remote areas requires the use of private vehicles and helicopters. This lack of accessible infrastructure, combined with low visitor numbers, harsh climate and harsh geography, makes Kamchatka a truly isolated and mysterious destination visited by only the most adventurous and intrepid. This fact contributes to the fact that Kamchatka continues to be considered by many as one of the most beautiful places in the world. The combination of impressive natural landscapes, lack of infrastructure and private access makes Kamchatka a real hidden treasure. You can find it here at World No Filter. I hope it continues like this. Due to intense geological and volcanic activity, Kamchatka is considered one of the youngest regions in the world after Iceland. The Russian peninsula is located in the Pacific Ring of Fire, one of the most tectonically active regions in the world. This belt is where the Pacific and North American tectonic plates meet, creating ideal conditions for the formation and activity of volcanoes. The interaction between these plates leads to numerous volcanic eruptions and the constant formation of new lands, contributing to the geological youth of the region. This constant change makes Kamchatka the most beautiful place in the world for many, but this time we dig deeper and reveal the country's most fascinating places. At the heart of this fascinating region is the Geyser Valley, a small valley hidden among the mountains of the Kronotsky Nature Reserve. Discovered only 60 years ago, the valley is home to more than 20 active geysers. Some of these geysers erupt every 10 to 12 minutes, while others erupt less frequently, approximately every 5 hours. Steam vents, gushing fountains and the magnificent colors of the slopes bathed in hot water create an impressive natural landscape that fascinates visitors. Another precious place is the Klyachevsky Osopka volcano, one of the brightest jewels of this peninsula and the whole world. Kamchatka's highest volcano reaches an imposing height of 4,750 meters and has an almost perfect cone shape, making it a unique visual feast. Klyachevsky Osopka's majestic skyline and constant activity make it an ideal destination for adventurers and photographers looking to capture the pure and dynamic essence of the volcanic landscape. Its majesty lies not only in its height and form, but also in the panoramic views that can be seen from the top. Visitors can enjoy breathtaking views of the surrounding vast volcanic region, with craters and lava flows creating a surreal and dramatic panorama. The volcano's constant activity and imposing presence make it a symbol of Kamchatka and one of the most extraordinary natural attractions in the world. Kamchatka has a rich and wide natural diversity. There are more than 400 glaciers, hundreds of volcanoes, more than 30 of which are active, 14,000 rivers, nearly 100,000 lakes and more than 270 hot springs. The local vegetation is characterized by vast steppes with plants up to 4 meters high, and the territory of Kamchatka is covered with a bright tundra consisting of mosses and lichens. Its fauna is also impressive. It is home to more than 170 species of birds and 60 species of mammals, including the most abundant Steller's eagles and brown bears on Earth. This extensive river network plays an important role in the region's ecosystem and explains why Kamchatka is known as the world's cheapest caviar export destination. Kamchatka's rivers are crucial to the salmon life cycle and serve as spawning grounds for large migratory populations of this species, and this crystal-clear water is reclaimed each year from water that previous generations have used for centuries. It is populated with salmon in search of spawning on grounds. The abundance of salmon not only supports a vibrant aquatic ecosystem, but also has a direct impact on the local economy. This salmon boom in Kamchatka waters has contributed to the region's reputation for offering the world's cheapest caviar. The availability and quality of this caviar is exceptional, thanks to the high salmon concentration and the strong fishing tradition of the region. This allows fishermen and producers to offer high-quality caviar at a more competitive price than in other parts of the world where caviar is an expensive luxury product. Besides its economic impact on the caviar market, this fishing activity is one of the region's main sources of income. Salmon fishing and caviar production create jobs, support local development and attract both entrepreneurs and tourists who want to experience Kamchatka's rich biodiversity. Driven by the salmon spawning cycle, the caviar industry therefore remains an important pillar of the economy of this attractive region. Besides its stunning natural landscape and geological secrets, Kamchatka also has a vibrant capital, Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky. The majority of the peninsula's population, approximately 200,000 people, lives in this coastal city washed by the Pacific Ocean. It is the urban and economic center of Kamchatka and serves as the administrative, commercial and cultural center of the region. However, the total population of the peninsula is only 320,000 people, spread over a wide area. The idea is that a large country like Chile, with an area similar to Kamchatka, has a smaller population than Panama. Because of this, Kamchatka has become one of the least populated places on Earth, with large areas that are almost uninhabited. Which one again? To contribute to the preservation of the breathtaking natural beauty of the region. We would like to hear your thoughts at this point. Based on what we've seen so far, do you agree that Kamchatka is one of the most amazing places on Earth? Is something similar happening in your country? Or is it a completely unique experience? Pause the video and write the name of your country in the comments section. This is the best way World No Filter can offer you such interesting content. The majority of Kamchatka's population lives in small villages and rural areas dominated by ethnic groups such as Idelman, Evenki and Koryak. Each of these ethnic groups brings a unique cultural richness that further enriches the diversity of this remote region. Idelmenos, who have lived on the west coast of the peninsula for centuries, are known for their deep ties with nature. Their distinguishing feature is their skill in salmon fishing, a central activity of their daily lives. They use traditional techniques, including sophisticated fishing and fish drying methods, that have been perfected over generations to ensure this vital food is preserved throughout the long winter months. Besides this tradition, the most fascinating and controversial one is the eternal bond ritual, which we will learn about in a moment. Another nomadic group of Kamchatka developed the art of reindeer herding. Evenki children learn from an early age to ride and take care of these animals that are necessary for their lives. We also produce specially designed saddles so that reindeer can move easily across Kamchatka's vast countryside. Along with Idelmenos and Evenkis, Koryaks constitute the third majority in the region. These inhabitants of the northeastern part of the peninsula are distinguished by their skills in hunting whales and seals. This activity is not only related to food security, but is also associated with rituals that reflect deep respect for the sea and its living creatures. Animism is the spiritual and cultural foundation of the various societies and tribes of Kamchatka and profoundly influences their relationship with the natural elements. According to their beliefs, the volcanoes in this region are considered living creatures and are endowed with powerful spirits. These volcanoes are not just geological formations, they are seen as beings with their own will and personality, and their actions directly affect human life. This respect for Kamchatka's fire giant is the basis for maintaining harmony between humans and nature. In this view, the way humans interact with nature can influence the favor or anger of these volcanic spirits. Rituals and sacrifices are performed to ensure a good harvest and avoid disaster. For Kamchatka residents, maintaining respectful behavior and being in harmony with the environment is crucial to ensuring the well-being of society. These practices therefore not only guide a spiritual connection with the natural world, but also shape the society's way of life. Offerings and prayers to volcano spirits are common, because it is believed that doing so will calm anger and gain goodness. This interaction between people and the environment not only strengthens people's spirituality, but also highlights one of the main reasons for the magnificent beauty of Kamchatka. In a country where respect for the natural elements is essential for survival, volcanoes are a reminder of the magnificence and mystery of nature in its purest and most pristine form. But Kamchatka's most impressive traditions undoubtedly relate to its origins and the period when it coexisted with societies such as the Chukchi and regions such as Siberia, giving rise to the peninsula's distinctive cultural practices. Among the Kamchatka tribes, the Idlemen maintain fascinating traditions reminiscent of the ancient Chukotka wife-swapping ritual known as Nebutumjit. Influenced by these ancient traditions and the need to adapt to harsh environmental conditions, the Idlemen people developed eternal bond rituals that reflect the deep ties between these peoples who shared land and traditions in ancient times. The eternal bond ceremony allows the men of the tribe to form a marriage alliance and exchange partners for an agreed-upon period of time. These interactions may last from several months to an indefinite period and occur in exceptional circumstances such as long journeys, illnesses, or conflicts with neighboring tribes. This ritual strengthens community bonds and reinforces a network of mutual support that provides social and emotional stability in times of crisis. Although this tradition has evolved over time, it remains an important part of Idleman life and reflects the Idleman's ability to adapt and preserve the traditions of their ancestors. Do you understand the meaning of these traditions? What would you do if there was such a tradition in your country? You will definitely have a personal opinion and a better understanding of why the inhabitants of this remote region have such unusual traditions. Please comment below whether you accept this ritual or not. The ceremony of eternal bonds not only promotes unity and cooperation within the tribe, but also ensures genetic diversity and family stability in the difficult conditions of Kamchatka. At Idleman, we preserve the spirit of this ancient tradition through seasonal festivals and rituals dedicated to our guardian spirits, preserving the traditions that unite our community in times of change. For many of these reasons, leaders of the Soviet Union and later of what is now the Russian Federation considered the Kamchatka Peninsula to be a strategic center of great importance for decades. As you can see, due to Kamchatka's proximity to the USA, some top-secret military infrastructures were established in the region during the Cold War. Due to this strategic nature, access to the peninsula was severely restricted during the Soviet period and foreigners were completely prohibited from staying here until the collapse of the Soviet Union. Today, the city of Vilyachinsk, near the capital of the region, remains closed to tourists, preserving its exclusivity in mystery. It is not uncommon to see submarines emerging from the waters of Avacha Bay during boat trips around the capital Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky, a reminder of the strategic nature of the region. This fact adds even more mystery to the natural beauty of Kamchatka and shows that Russia has long preferred to hide this breathtaking beauty in a corner of the world. Despite being increasingly open to tourism, Kamchatka remains one of the most difficult regions to explore due to these restrictions and its remote and difficult terrain. However, you're probably wondering, How can we travel and maybe one day discover these incredible wonders? To get to Kamchatka, you need an international flight to the capital Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky, usually with at least one stop in Moscow or Vladivostok. Exploring the peninsula from here requires complex routes, especially to reach the most difficult-to-reach areas. These are generally only accessible by specialized vehicles such as four-wheel drive vehicles or helicopters. Therefore, exploring Kamchatka in depth is an adventure that requires planning and a willingness to face challenging conditions. Additionally, unpredictable weather conditions and challenging geography add unique challenges to each expedition. We at Mundo Sem Filtro hope that this video helped you discover one of the most remote and undiscovered gems on Earth and that it was as interesting to you as it was to us. If you liked the video, please like and comment. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. This is the best way to continue bringing you interesting content like this every week. Stay tuned for the next video in which you will discover one of the most mysterious and beautiful places in the world.